Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone or anytime you are coming across my platform, Linda's TV show. If it is your first time and you like what you are watching, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when we upload a new video. YouTube, I want to appreciate you for creating this wonderful platform for us to use to disseminate information. I always put a disclaimer that this platform, Linda's TV show, do not and will not promote violence, hate speech, misleading information, or what have you. We are here to educate, inform the members of the public about the happening, and also to remind YouTube that a call for self-determination is not a call for what?
Hear how the judges are interpreting. We knew that every case they will go find a way around it. You know, what they promised that they were going to make sure they don't use technicalities, but the arguments they are using, everything is just against all the petitions that were brought. Well, I don't know whether we can ever again trust the judiciary or the justice system in Nigeria. It's finally over. It's finally over. Please let me know what you think, where you're watching from. Thank you, everyone. Wow, I just came online and we're already 420 something viewers. Maybe some of you have been waiting. Where is Dr. Haruna? Where is Dr. Haruna? I did a broadcast that I shared. If you have not watched that, you can go ahead and watch it. I did that and I uploaded it this morning on YouTube and on Facebook. Right now, I'm not on YouTube and I'm on Facebook, and so let me know where you're watching from. Please write. I'll take time to read your comments later. I know people are mourning all over. I want to know where you're watching from. Nigeria, our country. Should we say it's really over? You know, some people are saying, no, let's not give up. Let's go to the Supreme Court. Have you forgotten who the CJN is? The man that went and camouflaged, lied as if he was sick and on a wheelchair. He went to meet with Tinubu. Have you forgotten that? And those people are working for Tinubu. And have you forgotten all his advisors and all the new ministers he has positioned? The one that was the lead counsel lawyer that he has now rewarded. And so that is Olaonepeku, the one that was there for the case that now is the Attorney General, and also the, what is it? Is it the Attorney General and Minister of Justice? So Tinubu already has planned ahead. You know, the man is an evil strategist. He knows nothing but how to coin out evil, how to rob people, how to anything that has to do with evil and wickedness. Tinubu is a master at it. And he knew what he was doing. That's why he traveled out of the nation ahead of the, is it G20 or G whatever meeting? He went ahead of time because he knew what was coming. They already told him what the judgment was going to be. So some of us already knew ahead of time. That's why I did the video that I did this morning. Let me see if I can find out the title of that video. It's on, we're on YouTube now. Let me go to this and see what is it. Actually say, breaking news, Nigerian Judiciary under fire. 6th September will mark the death or birth of democracy in Nigeria. But let me add this. It's not just the birth or death of, I was actually going to say 6th of September is going to be the day that democracy and the Nigerian constitution was going to be completely buried. And the funeral is going to be conducted. A lot of people have been calling for us to break this nation. I'm a northern, I'm from Kaduna State. And people like us, where do you want us to go? Of late, I'm beginning to ask myself, should I even go maybe to the southeast and live there? But I don't know whether you people will accept me coming to the southeast, because then they'll start calling me, Hausa, the Mola, as they say in Yoruba land. They call us Mola, and they see us as beggars, poor beggars. But you don't know that there are smart people in the north. It's just our wicked, evil, so-called leaders that have disenfranchised us. And so that's why, and they've weaponized poverty, and they are using it as a way to oppress the people. And so the more they can keep people ignorant, keep people poor, then they will come with handouts, lie to them as if they care about them. For a cup of gari, people will sell their birthright. This whole thing started when Mahmoud Yakubu sold Nigerians. He betrayed Nigerians. And I'm telling you, I don't know how Mahmoud feels where he is. These judges that are reading this judgment or that are busy with this so-called, predetermined case, we already knew that they had determined this case. I mean, that's why you could see the body language of people like Wike. Wike was even talking that his God will never disappoint him. When did Wike become a man of God, that he serves God, a man that has no iota of truth in him, a person that is a master betrayer, a chance taker, a person that doesn't mind killing just to get what he wants? Just like the so-called president that you people have in Nigeria. But I said it during my broadcast this month when I uploaded my broadcast on YouTube and on Facebook, that what we Nigerians do now will show to the world whether Tinubu was the true winner or not. Now, I'm waiting to see the people that actually voted for Tinubu, those 8 million and something million voters. I want to see them go celebrate in their houses, put firecrackers, celebrate wherever they are. Let's see the 8 million voters celebrate. But if Nigeria is quiet and people are not celebrating, that should tell you that Tinubu was not really elected by the people. He bought his way, bribed his way. And the 5 judges, I don't truly understand. Maybe you can help me. How does this law work? This whole so-called thing about judiciary is not working in Nigeria. Politics is not working. The legislative arm is not working. They are just there to eat money. Remember what Akpabio said, that they hit that thing and said, let the poor, allow the poor to breathe. That means they are holding hostage the poor, and they must allow you breathe. But they're giving themselves money to go and lavish around. Do you know some of these politicians are even abroad right now as we talk? So it's up to us what we do with our nation. We can't just wait and say it's over. Some people are already saying, Peter Obi is still younger than the others. He should wait. He should wait for Z2027. The issue is this. You think these people will allow anybody, will allow the obedience, will allow Peter Obi in 2027? And you're saying, let's wait for them. It's not a matter of waiting. They have made up their mind, it's forever. Tinubu said it is his turn. Buhari governed 8 years. So Tinubu will want to govern for 8 years. So don't think about 2027 if you are thinking, okay, let's just agree, let's let it go. Well, yes, but I kept telling people we must have a plan B, long before the judgment day. I said it to people, they said, no, I'm still hopeful, we are still hopeful. They said, Dr. Haruna, you have always been hopeful, you have always been optimistic. Why are you now losing hope? It's not a matter of losing hope. It's a matter of discernment. It's a matter of being smart, using your mind and your brain, and knowing that democracy in Nigeria is being murdered. And that is not working. They interpret the constitution to suit them, to go the way they want. So there's really nothing about saying, let's really understand. Maybe there's another chance coming. They will never give the citizens a chance. Never, never, never. If the citizens don't stand up and take their nation back, may need a revolution. Or you think somebody saying, we need a coup in Nigeria? Well, maybe. But then you think a coup is going to work in Nigeria where it's been so corrupted? Have you forgotten how the army has been so corrupted? Boko Haram, they could not even overpower Boko Haram. Why? Because the top officers, the top generals are making money from the activities of Boko Haram. And that's why there's not, since Tinubu came, have you heard him talk about insecurity? Have you heard him talk about insecurity? So there's no hope. If you as citizens, if we as citizens don't stand up and say this is the time to take our nation back. I said 25th of February was when the electorate, Nigerians, and democracy was not murdered then, it was raped publicly. And they didn't mind. I mean, where people were told, if you're not going to vote for APC or Tinubu, don't vote here. And they are telling people, go back to your area. Nigeria belongs to all. I used to wonder, why are people agitating, wanting Biafra, wanting Oduduwa Republic or Middle Belt? But now I understand. Because you can't squeeze people, you can't, try to get life out of people. You want to kill them and say they must not cry out? No. Nigeria does not belong to one particular group. Doesn't belong to any. Now Tinubu said it's his turn. And he's telling Nigerians that it is Yoruba turn. And somebody, wicked, kept talking about South. And now if it is South, why didn't he go for Obi? Since we've never had an Igbo president. And he's saying it's about integrity. And he wouldn't go for Obi. Called Obi to commission project. But the man knew what he was doing. Wicked, evil people. Those are like demons in human flesh. I'm telling you, Nigeria, don't ever think it is the ballot box or the ballot paper. You're casting a vote that will work. They don't care about you. They bought everybody. The people that are in parliament, the people that are in the Senate, the ones in the House of Rep, House of Assemblies, the governors, most of them are not there for their own, they're not there for you. They are there for their own personal agenda, self-gratification. They are there to enrich themselves. And the masses will continually suffer and die in abject poverty. I don't know what to say again about Nigeria. And some of you are saying, I'm going to Japan, I'm going out. Let me tell you, there's no better place like your own home. Escaping, running away is not good. That's what they actually want. They want you to run away. So that in running away, they will, establish themselves and rob you the more. So if you don't fight not just for yourself, fight for your children's children. Don't be afraid. Okay, do you know, since the tribunal started, many Nigerians have died. Some have died of kidnapping. Some have died of accident because of the bad roads. Some have died of sickness because of the bad health care system. Not even Aso Rock can trust their own medical system. When anybody is sick there, you remember the time of Buhari, throughout he was going abroad. Tinubu always running abroad. All of them go abroad. And you must die in Nigerian hospitals. And that's why they don't care. The education system is destroyed. And then ASU will go on strike, do negotiation, and then go back to square one. Who will want to employ a Nigerian graduate? The time I graduated from Ahmadu Bello University, that was when education was education. But today, people have to buy their way. Bribery is everywhere. And then people, do you know now, politics is one quick, simple way of making money. And so that's why people will do anything by hook or by crook to ensure that they stay in there. And if they get in there, nobody can remove them. That's why, after the declaration of the election, I kept broadcasting. I've said, let me say here, there are some things that I never really revealed about who I am. And I'm going to say it to some of you people here. Do you know that I come from a Muslim background? My sisters, my mom, and many of the ones that are my siblings are Muslim. But at some point in my life, I became a Christian. So in case you don't know, and you are hearing, oh, somebody from the north, it's because I've seen the light. And I'm not condemning those of you that are Muslims here, but I'm just saying for me, this was my experience. And I even rose to the place of becoming a preacher. So you asked me, are you a preacher? Yes, I'm a preacher. I'm a preacher. But not like some of the evil preachers that are there for themselves, that are some of the reasons why we are suffering today. People that will come and prophesy lies and say that God said, and they are upholding evil in the name of God. And I don't believe that the God we serve is wicked to allow Nigerians to continue to suffer, especially now under the hands of a drug lord, a person that everything about him is falsehood. We don't know his background, his parents, when he was born. Every declaration he makes, there's something that does not add up. And that's the one that's going to be your president. Or that's the one that will continue to be your president. Maybe another 8 years. But if you don't want that to happen, to be the situation or the case, you can stop it. Being afraid of dying, you will still die. Many will die under Tinubu. Let me tell you, I'm not prophesying evil. I'm just saying unless we do something to stop this, many will still die. Because they don't care if you die. Have you forgotten what happened in Lekki toll gate? And after they issued the order for innocent, unarmed protesters, young people, many of them unemployed. And all they were saying, we are tired of being terrorized by the police. They were not even fighting the government. But because Tinubu's interest, his private business empire was being touched, knowing what he has siphoned, he has stolen from Lagos. He has the money. Because Lagos is a shareholder in Lagos. A third of whatever they receive as revenue goes to him. And so that's why he has all the money to buy anybody. And so you hear those judges talking, you think they are just talking. It's money. Tinubu's money is talking. The love of money, the Bible, the good book, the Bible says, is the root of all evil. And so I just revealed, what religion I am. But you know what? Throughout my broadcast, that didn't really matter. Because Muslims suffer, Christians suffer, Northerners suffer, Easterners, Westerners, Southerners, we all suffer. And people have used religion to divide us, to control us, to rule us, to subject us under their tyrannic, rule. But we must say no. And sometimes all this thing about religion, people just use it for selfish reasons. You see that in the north, you see that in the south, and see it everywhere. You see it among the Muslims, you see it among the Christians. And then it makes people to feel like God is like that. But I don't believe God is like that. It's people that are misrepresenting God. So, again, I want to say thank you. I know they're still busy with the case. Let me see if they're still on. I was watching this. I got tired. It's now over 8 hours. They're just going round and round. So you ask yourself, what really are they saying here? Okay, so please let me know where you're watching. What do you feel about the ongoing case? Is there still hope for the judiciary? We said all eyes are on the judiciary. All eyes are on the judiciary. I actually devoted my time since July last year. I've not been a person that is into politics, but since this thing started, I just decided I'm going to talk. I will reveal this thing, especially as a Northerner, because we've been deceived too long. And I was going by saying, we just need a credible Nigerian. I don't care where he comes from. And others have ruled as president. We've had many Northerners. Then Yorubas, then we had Jonathan. But now just this one chance to allow the people from the southeast, they will not. These people are wicked and God will judge them. What did our Igbo brothers do against us? because of the civil war. Imagine if this war was between Fulani and the rest of Nigeria. Would they ever forgive anyone? Wickedness, people that are heartless, everything must be about them. You know, and sometimes I just feel like, yes, we should go ahead and divide the nation, but we can't, because then where will people like us go? My wife is from the south. She's actually Yoruba. So my children will be half Hausa, Koro Hausa, and then Yoruba. So where should they go? If we talk about divide, should my family stay in the north, stay in Kaduna State, or we go to Ilaro, Abeokuta? Where should we go? So we are Nigerian. That's why I'm fighting for Nigeria. We can't continue like this. What you do after this judgment is over will show your approval of what is going on or your displeasure or disapproval. And nobody will take our nation back for us. Don't wait for America to come and do it. They're actually happy with what is going on. They like somebody like Tinubu. France likes somebody. Do you know Tinubu has been going to France before this whole thing? So they don't mind. Or somebody saying, oh, we need to, what happened in Niger? What happened in Gabon? Let it happen in Nigeria. Well, I don't know. With this corrupt military, I don't know. You as a Nigerian, don't wait for the military. You are the one that should take your nation back. You are the one suffering. Don't leave it to others. Wow. Oh God, we need your help in Nigeria. Please, none of you should go and commit suicide. Because some people are saying there's even no need being alive. There's still a reason to be alive. The fact that you still have breath, there is hope. Don't let your life and your future, the future of your children's children, be further destroyed because of these wicked people. They will actually be happy when that happens to you. This thing that's happening is not only in Nigeria. You've forgotten what just happened now after the election in Zimbabwe, where these people, this Mnangagwa or whatever is his name, the current so-called president, that they've always been rigging, and even before then, he was the one that was always being used to murder people in cold blood. People would just disappear like that, and they kill people. He was behind it, Mnangagwa, Emerson Mnangagwa. And what happened? He's been sworn in. That's why the opposition even just refused to go to court. They are tired. It's like a waste of money. Why go to court and when already the court has been bought, the judiciary has been bought, they decide who is there. That's why citizens are more powerful than the judiciary. The people are more powerful than the people that are in the Senate or in the House of Rep. How many are they? But Nigerians were millions. Then you are waiting there, let them legislators come on. They're just there for money. And then somebody is saying, okay, apart from legislators, let's see, our eyes are on the judiciary to do the right thing. Oh, judiciary. People that have been bought. Oh, let's go to the Supreme Court. There, we may be given justice. By who? By thieves? Connivers? Rogues? Thieves? Corrupt people? People whose conscience has been sold? And you're saying, let's wait and go to Supreme Court. The only court is the court where you and I come together and say enough is enough. It's when we allow you, you can be. But we are taking our nation back. Only you can do it. Don't wait for people. Don't wait for the government. Don't wait for Tinubu. He doesn't have your interest. Emilokon doesn't have your interest. Agbado Master doesn't have your interest. Somebody is saying, but what will Peter Obi? Let's wait for him. Listen, it's beyond Peter Obi. Even if they had given him the mandate, he can only be there 4 or 8 years. After Peter Obi and Dirty, what next? Nigeria will still continue. That's why you must take a stand and make sure we take our nation back from these wicked people. I know they've released the army, the police, DSS and all of them over the street, because they already had a plan. They knew what they were going to do anyway. So they knew the reaction. You just wait and see after the case is over whether Nigerians will be celebrating. They will not be celebrating. You've forgotten what happened after the declaration of the election, when we had the certificate of return was given to Tinubu, when they did this 4 a.m. After that, Nigeria was in mourning. It was like death everywhere. So who were the people that voted for him? And even now you will see, it will be like mourning. And they knew that what they did, so that's why they positioned all the army, the police and everywhere. So they have army to go against citizens, but they don't have the army and the police to stop insecurity. People in Plateau State, people in Southern Kaduna, people in Northeast, Northwest of Nigeria are being murdered daily. People losing their homes. People will be sleeping at home, and they will just go in. Invaders, Fulani headsmen will go in and murder them. Take over their communities. Women that are pregnant will have their wombs ripped open with the child pulled out and cut in pieces. Heartless people. And these so-called wicked human beings that call themselves politicians don't care. And they will be laughing there and eating the money. Laughing on us Nigerians, say the foolish electorate, foolish voters will vote again in 2027. We know the trick how to get them. We will rig, masters of rigging, no truth in them. And somebody is asking, how do we start? I'm telling you, one here, one there, before you know, all of us will tell. Do you remember what happened during NSAS? It was spontaneous. Everywhere, people just got tired and went out on the street. Doctor, if we go out, they're going to kill us. How many will they kill? People are already being killed. How many will they kill? And you may be surprised. The army, the police are just waiting for citizens. And they're waiting to see what you will do. And you will be surprised that many of the police and the army will put down their guns and join the protest and say, we are taking our nation back. Because they are suffering. It's only the top generals and the ones that are on top of their affairs that are also corrupt in uniform that are enjoying. But most of the army and the police, including the DSS, they are suffering. They're just being used as guinea pigs. And you and I are the ones that must take a stand. Well, I know they're still busy with the case, but I'm telling you, Nigeria, we need to birth a new Nigeria on our own. So once again, I know I've been talking, been watching this marathon so-called judgment, and you can see how they will read, then find they were just the way they were interpreting the ones who that enacted, or the ones who the writers of the Constitution. This is what they meant. Money talking, wicked judges, wicked judges. You will be in Nigeria. We'll see where you will be. Where will you hide? And then, wicked people couldn't show their faces. If you knew what you were doing, or the judgment was going to be an upright judgment, why didn't you show your face? Is that what they do in other places that you run to? In Europe, in America? The judgment, everything is open. You only agreed for this thing to be televised because you already knew the sinister plan, and you wanted people to be glued to their cell phones, be glued to their computers and the television, and not go out on the street. That's why they did that. Got you.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.